Hi everyone, my name's Tamara Chambers and this is Tamara's Never Seen. I put up a poll on my Twitter asking what you wanted me to see, the original Planet of the Apes, Scott Pilgrim, or Lethal Weapon. And Scott Pilgrim won like nobody's business. I also haven't seen Hot Fuzz and At World End and the other one. I thought I would start off with Scott Pilgrim since it's a standalone thing. Taking a selfie for the tweet. Give me those Scott Pilgrim predictions for the next 20 minutes. Hashtag Tamara's Never Seen with a picture of me. I'm very excited about this. I know nothing about Scott Pilgrim except that it's very stylized. There's a comic about it, I'm pretty sure. I'm thinking that I'm really going to enjoy this. So I'm going into this very excited to see the film. Also, I've been meaning to do this because it just would go so effortlessly into my new intro, so. Na, 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 na. Okay, I enjoyed so much of this film. It wasn't quite as much of a home run personally as Baby Driver was. I didn't think that the relationship between Scott and Ramona was well enough established for him to be risking his life. I also know I haven't seen enough films for me to be like obsessed with Edgar Wright, but like I am obsessed with Edgar Wright. Right up front, the room stretching scene right before it shows Scott Pilgrim. It's just so good and so weirdly stylized, and I really enjoy it. As the credits start going, I see the cast roll across the screen, and there are a lot of people in this that I really like. Anna Kendrick, Brie Larson, Chris Evans, Aubrey Plaza, Aubrey, Parks and Rec. Also, her Twitter handle is like something like Evil Hag on Twitter. It's so good. I love her. Who I don't like though, Scott Pilgrim. I don't like his character. It's really difficult for me to get into a film. I've said this before on this series. It's difficult for me to get into a character, the lead character, when he is a jerk. He does redeem himself at the end, and I love the redemption scene, and he's like gaining points and lives. But I don't understand why any of the women that are with him in this show, in this movie, would be with him. He's a jerk, but literally other than the main character, I am into everyone else. Like there's this scene where he sees Ramona Flowers for the first time, and it is so great. He gets distracted and he's going from scene to scene to scene, and he'll get like jolted out of his distraction, and it's just so well done. You're like, oh, he's at school, and then he gets jolted out, and he's like, oh no, he's at band practice, and he gets jolted out. It's like, oh no, he's at this party. It's so fun. I also love when he's trying to figure out who Ramona Flowers is, and he shows a picture of her to this guy, and he's like, oh yeah, it's Ramona Flowers. It's Tamara Chambers. I love Ramona Flowers. Such an interesting character. Her only flaw is that she falls for Scott Pilgrim, who is a loser. Sorry about it. My hot take on Scott Pilgrim. Also, he's still dating Knives, which first of all, great name. Second of all, cutie patootie times a million. Especially, I love when she cuts her hair and puts blue in it. She is stunning. And he needs to break up with her, and he finally does, but I hate that he, you know, does stuff with Ramona before breaking up. It's a terrible situation. Then, out of nowhere, they're at Battle of the Bands with Scott's band, who I dig. Matthew Patel, I think his name is, the first of the evil exes, shows up, and it is so weird. It is so weird. It goes into kind of like a Bollywood, like, video game fight, and it is out of nowhere, and I love the video game aspect of it so much. I love gaming, super into that. He's an awkward guy, that Matthew Patel. This is a super odd character. I love the extremities in the evil exes. Chris Evans comes in with his crazy eyebrows. I really enjoy that it's 7 evil exes, and Scott keeps saying, you're 7 evil ex-boyfriends, and she's like, just exes, actually. Love it. Love it. Bread makes you fat? Then Roxy shows up, and I didn't know her name yet. She says, prepare to die now, obviously. She's definitely my favorite of the exes. You all knew I was gonna love her. Obviously, everyone knew I was gonna love her, so whatever, fine. Then Todd the Vegan, another great character. I love the vegan police. It's so funny. This part of the movie is really just about the exes coming in back to her life and fighting Scott. There's something missing for me. And I just don't find him engaging. What is his name? Michael Cera, that's it. I think he's amazing in Arrested Development. I love Juno so much. I think he's great in that. I don't find his personality to be maybe strong enough to carry the, I don't know, it doesn't work. Throughout the whole movie, really, I just feel very bad for Knives. And I love Kim. Holy crap, I love Kim, the redheaded drummer, yes. The Roxy fight's amazing. I said, I'm a little bi-furious too, girl. Then you get the twins, which are very forgettable. I forgot about them until I just read that. Gideon, great actor, love that guy. I just don't care enough about Scott and Ramona's relationship to care at all that she's with Gideon now. But then it gets up to the leveling up scene and the redemption scene. And he fights for himself and he apologizes to Kim and he owns up to his mistakes with Knives, and that moment was great. He was likable from there on out for me. Then Nega Scott appears because, of course, I don't know, that was kind of weird. He ends up with Ramona, which makes sense, and they just kind of walk off and it's the end. I was so into the entire film, so into the fun, quirkiness, weirdness. I didn't like the main character. And it's pretty hard to get over. I thought that this was a universally praised film, but when I put up the poll on Twitter, I got a really mixed review. A lot of people were just like so into it, and then a lot of people were like, that movie was garbage, not good, not enjoyable. I definitely don't think it was not enjoyable or garbage, but I do think there were problems, whereas Baby Driver, I don't care what problems all y'all have dug up, I think that movie is damn near perfect. It's so good. And so I think I kind of went into it just expecting that. And where I saw that it was the same person who directed both, obviously. He's got this craziness that I just love. They were different movies, of course. But I think, I wish Michael Cera wasn't either cast in the role or they would have made him less shitty as a person. You'll want more of the only female ex and side-eye the it was just a sexy phase thing. Sit, I don't need any more predictions. That was, nailed it! Yes, very true. I also thought it was weird that the only ex that Ramona fought was the girl as well. It's like, girl, I hate when people like sick girls on each other. It gets under my skin. Scott's relationship with Knives will creep you out and you'll feel really bad for her. Yes, I just feel so bad for her. There were moments in the film when I forgot that she was 17 and then I would remember and I'd be like, oh. Love the Nega Scott battle, wink wink. Now I'm thinking that I just missed something there. What did I miss? I don't understand Nega Scott. You will admire each and every hair color that Ramona sports and possibly want to go vegan for psychic powers. I loved her hair colors. I'm trying to rock them all right now. And actually, I have been doing like a cleanse thing. I've been vegan for a couple days now and I don't have psychic powers yet. Just a craving for chicken. You will be bleeping in the video just like Julie Powers. Oh, f***. I should have done that. I didn't think about it. You'll like the side characters and villains better than the main characters. Wallace needs his own movie. Wallace is a king and he could do no wrong. I love Wallace. I love that he lets Scott stay with him, and so Wallace and his two boyfriends and Scott sleep in the same bed. Hilarious. We need more Wallace. All of us do. Just be better people. I love that you guys love the predictions. Thank you so much. Also, look at this fan art that I got on Twitter also. Good God above, I love it so much. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys next week. Bye. I'm just glad I don't have 7 evil exes. You punched the highlights out of my hair. You punched the highlights out of my hair.